Lake Ontario's been the focus of our flooding coverage for the past few weeks, but tonight, instead of flooded yards and homes, people who live in Olcott are now concerned about the sewage system. News 4's Kaylee Wendt shows us what town officials are doing to prevent floodwaters from leaking into the sewage system. Kaylee?
Don, Jackie, crews along the lakeshore were building a 2-foot berm to stop potential flooding today, and that's expected to help. But what about the water that's already there? Walking around Olcott today, you could see entire backyards already underwater. Dangerous levels of that water is leaking into the sewer system, creating a big problem. Beach erosion and flooded yards are the most visible problems near the waterfront in Olcott. But if you look up and down the side streets, manholes are covered with sandbags. That's because county officials are worried that a little more water may cause a big problem.
We've taken some emergency measures here down in the lower sections here in Olcott, where we actually have all our manholes covered with plastic and sandbags, so that way we don't get any major infiltration into the system, or we don't have any sewage actually leaking out into the roadways.
They're taking precautionary measures and also working tirelessly to manage sewage levels.
At the town, obviously, we've got things in place now with pumps in the area. We have pumps operation now to help maintain the levels within the sewage system.
A 24-hour pump. What it does is it takes sewage from the ground, pumps it all the way up this hill in hopes of avoiding any flooding down in the lowest lying areas of Olcott.
We're on standby over there. I have a suitcase full of evacuation clothes in the trunk of my car, so I'm ready to scoot if I have to.
John Luke lives in Olcott. He says he's confident in the pump's abilities, but knows what would happen if they failed.
Sewer levels would go up to a certain point, and then everybody would have to evacuate.
That would mean almost 1,200 people would have to leave their homes. About half of them live there all year.
2 pumps that are in there.
Chief operator at the Newfane wastewater treatment plant is doing everything he can to keep those people home.
We have eliminated a lot of the infiltration. There's just a lot more to go because the system's getting older. It's almost 40 years old now.
Right now, that near half-a-century-old system is pumping double the amount of sewage it does on an average day to catch up. It puts it at risk of breaking if the ground does not dry up soon. County officials say for now, they're taking it one step at a time and hoping for the best for the weather. The chief operator of the wastewater treatment plant said the last time heavy rains have closed the sewage systems down was back in 2000. He says it took over 3 inches of rain in a few hours to max out the design flow. In the studio, Kaylee Wendt, News 4.